a decent psychopath. Just on the surface, I'm going to have a lot of dramatic works. So that question is, but the simple answer, for me personally, is overthinking. If you taste the food, whatever your taste bud tells you, it's your tongue and your taste bud. And normally, I want you to know that, okay, as a person, you actually go through stuff. Some people try till they are going to die. They would have more losses than maybe never win.
Hello, welcome to ARteria the Online Gallery's YouTube channel. Welcome to a conversation with art, and today we are going to be having the pleasure to have a very, very beautiful artist on board today. And how may we meet you, sir?
Yeah, my name is Ambali Omontayo. I am a visual artist, precisely a painter. I'm more of a painter.
So today I'll be running you through a number of questions, and first of all, I want to say Happy New Year to you watching this right now.
Yeah, that's true.
This will be
Happy New Year.
This will be either the first or second video on the channel in 2026, and 2025 was a very interesting year, and we just want to take a moment to reflect on last year and look at what the future holds for us in 2026 as an artist. So I'll be asking you a number of questions. Just share your opinions, what you think about them. If I have any other questions personal, I would throw them in later on. So yeah, my first question today is, when you look back at last year, which artwork feels like a turning point, and why?
That question is, but I wouldn't say, okay, like the style I work with now, style and techniques I work with, I think I made a discovery of that in 2023, but I didn't really push with the style. I left it for a while, and then after graduation from school in 2024, and then I decided to like explore it even more. So I did some works with that style, which is what I'm working with at the moment, though I am trying to like advance it to get even more better. So working on that, and then I just kept working on it. There was no sales until last year. One of the persons that I even tried to like talk me out of like working in that style was actually the person who sold the first of its kind. So it really like sealed my confidence in that style, so that okay, I want to like explore it more. Yeah, milk it more. Yeah,
Beautiful. Thank you for that beautiful answer. So judging from your last year, the set of body of work you've been working on, like you said, 2023, you're working on, you started a new wave of artworks.
yes.
And at some point you lost confidence in it, but because of sales.
No, not that I lost confidence in it.
Okay.
You know, school.
Okay.
So school, I still need to like paint the traditional way, the more
way you are used to.
Yeah, so I just wanted to like let my own exploration, my own specific
what you
approach,
really wanted to do.
to be on the sideline for that period of time,
Okay.
so I can give on to Caesar. Who belongs to
Nigerian
Caesar.
schools, you are listening, you are Caesar. That's cool. Second question will be, what emotion showed up most in your work last year, even when you weren't trying to paint it? Like, even though
That's one
something.
very, very funny question, and I've heard not just one person, more than one person. I've been told that my works often speaks more of like sadness than happiness, and then I can actually like believe that and see why it's like that. I grew up in more isolated circumstances and environments, so I can categorically say most of my life till now, 30% or less, at the moment you would see me laughing, being hyperactive. 70% is always me in my head, overthinking a lot, in isolation. So subconsciously, all those things get to like find their ways to my canvas. So I think even if I try to like be so conscious, somehow it could be my choice of color, or it could even be the figures, because I do more figurative works. So it could be the figures that will carry some form of expression, emotion, or gestures that's just not, happy most times. But yeah, I try to like make and I think the few works that I made, I was like so intentional about making it come out as a very happy piece. Was I think they were my self portraits. Those moments I just like art weird. I come out with some funny laughs. So I just try to document them on canvas, and then yeah, it flies.
So, if I'm with you correctly, you're saying even when you were not trying to paint it, you had more sad moments than happy moments unconsciously. All right. I was going to ask you a question, but I think you answered it along the way about if there was any time in your practice last year that you got like discouraged or stuff. But I'm bringing that question back because I want to ask why, if there was any time at all, you felt like, oh, I don't think this art thing is. I know you personally. I know you're way above that mindset. But is there any time secretly you just look at and be like,
No, for last year, I would say personally, I would say last year was my year of reality.
okay,
So that was my first year being a full studio artist, not a student anymore. So I am not looking out to having my works being
Mark?
criticized or marked or something like that. So I just do what I have to do. But I said it's my year of reality because that was the year actually now I realized a lot. Okay, you want to be an artist, this and this have to like be in place. Last year I realized that as an artist, at least I need three different kind of savings. Like savings for rent that has to be there, savings for survival that has to be there, and savings for deed and opportunities. Savings you have for whenever opportunity comes up and then you need you to like maybe provide your work somewhere, you just need like get it, so and then to get materials and all that. So I realized that last year. And when you're realizing some things and there are no preparations in place to like back up all those things, so it was really like a bittersweet year for me. Yeah, I made sales. The visibility was there because I came out a little bit more last year. The workshops, the exhibitions, people found me, people reach out to me. I did some things I never expected that I would do. So it was a lot on both sides, but I am grateful because it has helped me to grow stronger, to now believe more. Now I am embracing the reality and the truth that this is what I've chosen to do, and it's actually what I'm going to do till I'm going to die. So even if I'm going to like get to do some other things to like survive it, and that's one of the reasons why you know it affects financial status sometimes, because I know myself to be someone that in almost all aspect of life I don't know how to merge a lot of things at a go. Sometimes okay, you sell works and then the money comes in and they're like, oh yeah, I'm here now, I'm fine, the money is available. And sometimes the money is not just there, and sometimes you don't even have something to survive, because art is not, it's not pepper, or it's not gari or pure water that you just get to like sell anytime anyhow. So it takes time sometimes to like get your piece sold, but now is to like get something to keep you grinded. Sometimes not having money makes you even less motivated. You cannot even like get yourself to like create and stuff like that. But at the same time, that's what I still used to push myself to
yourself.
work. That
Okay.
I would rather, as long as I try as much as possible to have my materials, I would rather still create works than going out to do something outside that.
Okay, so you are saying what is supposed to be your strongest point of self doubt or make you have less faith in the process is whatever made you had more faith in the process.
Yeah.
That's very beautiful. And that brings me to my next question. John. Compared to your, like, in comparison with your paintings and your scribbles, because I know you switched into the scribble on canvases
Yep.
and all of that. What do you think made you? What do you think? Like, okay, let me put it like this. what state of mind do you have to be in the same state of mind as that when you scribbled or when you painted, or there's been a shift since you started scribbling?
There are a lot of things that actually like contribute to this. First thing is the condition of my sight. So I make use of glasses, but I don't make use of my glasses to read or paint. I used to see I'm myopic, I think. So I use my glasses to see farther.
Okay.
Or even if it is something closer, I use it to see more details. Like when you see people who create hyper-realistic work, they get to like see the pores, the pimples. I don't see, even by looking at you like that, I don't see all that on your face. But I see light a lot. So it makes it easier for me to like enjoy contrast. While I'm painting, I just want to like see the darkest point and then the lightest points. On or in most cases, I'm not interested in the details. It just does not freak me. But that's light and dark. Now, another thing that I discovered about myself is aside from painting being impressionistic or expressionistic, I love to draw. I draw a lot, and I wanted that in my drawing. So using graphite and then trying to be free with that graphite doesn't give me what I really want. But when I started with pen, and then Scribble was like it for me, so I could afford to like play. And yeah, truthfully, sometimes I love to hide things. So I'm drawing, a particular hand is giving me problem. I love just like block it off, hide it. I can easily do that with my Scribble. And sometimes, like I said, how these things like find their ways into my works, like this idea of like painting sad people. So I could be drawing someone that is actually carrying like a fine emotion, and because sometimes looking at the reference I cannot really perceive those details, so I just block them. In the process of blocking them off, the expression or the emotion changes. It changes, and then when I get to see what it changes to, personally I still love it. So but I enjoy Scribble more. It gives me more chance to be free and to be playful about it, but yet still pass the message that I want to pass. Yes.
That's a beautiful one. Which brings me to my last question about last year before we move to the visionary for this year 2026. What was one lesson, or what if there are a couple of them, I would like to hear them, are the lessons you learned that no one taught you, like no one warned you about? What are the lessons you learned last year, if it's one, if it's a couple of them, that nobody warned you about, that you never saw coming yourself?
I think the first one should be what I highlighted. So yeah, I've heard people say as a studio artist you have to like have a job that you use to survive, and they have looked at that concept. I know this wouldn't work for me. I wouldn't like to like do something outside the studio to like earn money. And I didn't hear people talk about like savings, and I'm just learning. I'm very bad person when it comes to savings. I'm very, very bad. I prefer the money comes, I see something, and then I just like have an investment. Even if the investment is giving me returns that are just like mere peanuts on a monthly basis, I'm fine with that. But savings, and I'll be looking at money I not spend it. No, that's not me. So, but it's something that I know that going into this year, and I have to like learn it, and I have to like practice it, so I can find the balance. And I think another thing again is what I didn't learn from people is that I have to like create the visibility for myself, the visibility that my work requires and that I desire. I have to create it by myself. It doesn't come by just having like a good work per se. In as much as consistency plays a lot in that, I still have to like find a way to just go and put, I should just shove it into people's face like see. So I learned that last year. And I also learned that rejection is a big part of the game. Like rejection is a big part of the game, and you need to like be ready for it.
Yeah.
So take it as it comes. I approached the gallery for about 5 years consistently, and I kept hearing no, no, no. It was on that fifth time I realized that, guy, are you okay? This gallery might not just like be for you. And then I left, tried somewhere else seamlessly, and then it worked out for me. The gallery I tried out, we worked, and then things went fine. So I realized that too, which is going to like make me highlight some of the things I'm planning for next year, is approaching even more galleries. So I come to this gallery, their philosophy and mine doesn't buy into each other. I move. Galleries are not just like 1, 2, 3, not even 10. There's so much.
I love that you are both learning and acting. And in case you've not liked this video and you're still watching, do like, subscribe, and share so that you can enjoy the vulnerability of art and artists. Moving into the visions we have for 2026 as an artist. My first question will be, as you've stepped into 2026, what part of your work are you bringing fully? Like, what part of yourself are you bringing fully into your work?
I think like my bio on Instagram reads a decent psychopath. So
Okay.
I've played that card of decency for a very long time. So I think this year I would actually like
The
express,
psychopath
yeah,
part.
I would express that more, because I know that I want to, and I will create a lot of controversial works, pieces, and I have been, holding a lot of them back for a very long time. But I think yes, a couple of them would be out this year, and then just on the surface, I'm going to have a lot of dramatic works this year. Works that I'm not really a fan of portraits, but I do it a lot. I love figures, and I've created works that are figurative, but not so much. Maybe 2, 3 figures at a time. But this year, I'm trying to like look at works
Do
that
more figures.
might not even be big canvas, but inside that small canvas, a message that carries a lot of figurative, gesticulation and all
Psychopathic.
that. Yeah, thank you, psychopathic. It will be there, because those things are just like, they are part of our realities, even if a lot of them would be like things we do behind doors, or things we are not really proud of showing outside, but we do them. But because of societal standards, all sort of things, we don't like to like come outside with those things. So yeah, I'll help people say their truths.
Help people. Yeah, that's a beautiful standpoint as an artist. And that leads me to my next question. And he's asking, what, as an artist, what are you unlearning this year? Like, what's something that I'll be like, okay, I think I need to let go of this one to move forward. What are you unlearning?
I swear that question is, but the simple answer, for me personally, is overthinking.
Okay.
I need to learn overthinking. Overthinking is a brother to a lot of nonsense, brother to procrastination.
You need to unlearn it.
Yeah, I need to unlearn that overthinking. It's a brother to procrastination. I would just like this video now. For the longest time, personally, I wanted to be putting out videos, but I would just look at my space. This place, is it okay enough for me to like shoot video? Sometimes I'll look at my phone. Is my phone? I just overthink the whole thing, and I will see a lot of people doing even more than, and they don't even have what I have. So that I know I need to like do. And this year, by God's grace, I'm going to do away with that. It affects my works though. Works that I know that, okay, I need to like finish this up, and then overthink it. Is this not going to cause this problem? Is this not going to like, okay, sometimes I want to like create a piece. There is a message I'm trying to like convey, but at the same time in the piece, I could say that this piece is conveying another message that people can easily perceive, but that's not my message. So now I'm trying to like get worried about what they think or they would say. But now, if anything,
all message is a message.
If anything, I cook from my kitchen. I know my recipe. I know that if you taste the food, whatever your taste bud tells you, it's your tongue and your taste bud, and not me.
I love that. I think it brings me to the next question, which last year was about survival, and you're trying to hold back a lot, right? You're trying to make sure that you were in the right frame of mind. Just to elaborate more on it, I know you've touched it a little bit, but what is this year about? What are you looking forward to this year? That, okay, this is Do you want to still survive this year? Do you want to what's that key thing you're looking at? Okay, this is what I want to achieve before the end of 2026.
Well,
What do you want 2026 to be about?
okay. Tying everything together, like I said, it was on my bio.
Yeah.
So that's psychopathic. So I am a very calculated person. I like to even calculate my risks before I take them. And sometimes it makes me lose out on a lot of things, the fun that comes with it, the experiences. I would rather not try than try it and then say, okay, I feel that it all. But this year I want to be explosive. Whatever comes, I just try it out. Yeah, like one of my friends would say, let's is he a boy, or let him go after an elephant?
Yeah.
Okay. If he kills an elephant, his problem is solved.
If the elephant kills
him, same. So yeah, that's just it for me this year. I just want to like be explosive, irrespective of the results, the outcome.
The experience is more important.
I should just like at the end of the day should be fine with myself that I actually like did it. I tried, I played my part. It worked. Let me have my flowers. It doesn't work, I will go back to the kitchen and cook. We'll cook something else. I'm just sure people will eat. people are hungry. People will eat.
Beautiful. Again, I like that you're holistic about your thought processes and you have them very, very defined. But most of these questions are just to highlight these individual parts and like shine the light on that particular point. And this particular question is, what kind of work are you afraid to make? I know you talk about being psychopathic, but I just want to touch light on that. But you feel you must do it. What kind of work are you afraid to make, but you feel that you must do it?
The works are they are very soulful works.
Okay.
So now, being a figurative artist, I think about myself, I think about people, about human generally, and then I figure out that a lot of us have these attitudes that are soulful, attitudes that you just like you exhibit, and you within yourself without anybody telling you anything, you'll be like, I'm not going to do this thing again. I'm not going to do this thing again. But then you find yourself doing those things. Sometimes those things are not they are not practically bad stuffs, but because of like the societal stand, and then the beliefs, you tend to like flog yourself about it. And in the real sense, they are not things that you can actually like control, because they are soulful. They are things that you need to like submit to a higher being. I don't think if you understand that. But personally, I believe that a man cannot control his soul. That's my belief, that it has to be submitted to a higher authority. It might be the devil, it might be God, but I think those are like
existing forces.
Yeah, those are the forces that actually like understand what's the value of the soul. The man has it, but he doesn't. That's why I feel that's why man tends to like still commit to those things he doesn't want to, because you cannot control it. The soul is that aspect of us that learns without our permission. I can just be walking by a street consistently for like 10 days. They're playing one particular music that I am not consciously interested in, but because my soul has been exposed to it for that longer time, I can just find myself humming the song or even singing it out loud. So I'm like, wait, how come I know this? So those kind of like attitude realities about humans that I just like, and there are some of the artists that I don't believe in, that I still want to even interact with people who exhibit them. And how did you get here? Like how
we are saying the same thing.
So because I don't, the idea of like generalizing or pushing people or blocking people out, I've been in that classroom for a very long time, and we keep learning just the same thing. But I just want to like, okay, Alpha, what are you guys learning in this your classroom? How did you guys get here? How did you get promoted to this place? So you would, in your nonsense, we still have sense. You hear people out, and then you be like, okay, even though what their standpoint might be to you, still like this crap. but let's just hear them out. Let's just know. So, and then they still insist that that's their reality. As an artist now, I'll say people's truths. This is what people like say that their truth is. So that's that for that.
All right, I like that. I think this will be my final question, but we'll find out. When someone stands in front of your work, how do you want them to feel?
Majorly, like I've always said in my my artist statements, the bottom line of everything for me as an artist is I want people to like see my works, and then if they find themselves in that particular piece, they should be able to like love themselves for who and whatever they are. That's my interest, and I think that makes it more reason why, one of the reasons why my work is not always like the social media kind of work. Like social media is expected, not even that, is expected to like, you know, just want to show you happy things, fine things and all that. My works are like deep reality. I want you to know that, okay, as a person, you actually go through stuff. Like you get pain, you get I think one of my recent works, I think my first work for this year has about like 5 figures. That's like starting point of the works. I said more figures. The work is actually like
don't worry, we can show it to them.
Yeah, maybe the work highlights the reality of young men pursuing financial stability.
Okay.
So now in the youth, in reality of youths now that I've like interacted with, that I'm even one of them, is some of the things that we do to like for just make sure that okay, so that are legal. I think one of them that's so rampant is like playing bets, sports bets. It's a lot of like, it's a reality for a lot of people.
For a lot of young people.
Yes, if I can use just this little money to like
make more.
You know, some people just like do it, they get lucky with it, and some people try till they are going to die. They would have more losses than maybe never win. So that's that. I want people to like come and, you know, have an encounter with my artworks and then love themselves. Like this pieces now I'm trying to like work on now. It's a series about humans and their cordial relationship with their pets. So like, you know, my pet here now, I don't know where she is now, Sita. So there are some times that I take Sita out, my cat. By the way, it's my cat I'm talking about. Her name is Sita. So I take Sita out and I see people try to like excuse me. They want to like stay away from me because I'm carrying a cat. Some people even talk to me that why am I even like keeping a cat? Because I understand that in our locals here, a lot of people believe that cats are associated with witches and all that. Yes, so it makes me kind of like feel somehow that cats, do you guys really even know how lovely this creature is?
Even though they're very, very selfish.
Yeah, even dogs, you know. So that's why I just like want to explore that. I know that I don't paint, I don't draw things that are not human figure and stuff like that, but this one intentional, I just want to like play more on that aspect of animals, domestic animals that are like kept for pets. But I think I just have like dogs and then cats for now. Yes.
Okay, one quick question, because this one I'm sure that a lot of people watching right now will feel exactly how I feel from the answers you're giving to this particular question. You said when people stand in front of your work, you want them to like themselves. Is there any limit to that liking? For example, I would go on this neutral side that everybody agrees on first. So do you want a thief to stand in front of your work and like themselves for being a thief? Or is there a limit to the kind of people you want to be able to stand in front of your works and enjoy themselves?
Thank you. I said I paint people's truths, people's reality. I have not painted, I have not planned, and I don't think I've ever planned like
to paint for it.
Yeah, the success of a thief. So I don't see that.
Don't say
we all agree that's a common ground. We all agree that this doesn't make sense. Why would you like still,
Okay,
yeah.
I just wanted to
But
clear that out.
no, that's not it. But there are even a lot.
A lot of very
Yeah, a lot of
symptomatic-
standpoints that you cannot meet 70 30 people, 30 70 on this side, 30 people. It's always, the line is like
50-50.
so slim, and then people will be like, I'll stay on this. And you even see some people, they have one leg on this side
They have
and
one
the other leg on the other
yeah.
side. So all those kind of like situations and stuff, right? So that's what I'm talking about.
Thank you for clearing. I really was because there are a lot of other thoughts going through my head.
No.
And the kind of, because we have
No,
very
there are
interesting
some-
people in this world.
No, there are some there are some no stuff. So.
Okay.
There are some no stuff, but at the same time, there are some things that we ourselves can say, I don't do this, but it doesn't mean that I cannot accommodate this.
You cannot
person.
accommodate. Yeah.
But
like
there are
being a
still
cat lover.
something. Yeah, there are some things that we should both disagree
Disagree
to.
on.
Yeah, let us disagree that this one no. So that's if this thing we can, like, why? So I should work and you come and steal from me.
But is there I'm willing to push this a little bit further. For the people.
Make sure you are pushing a reasonable agenda.
I'm willing to push this a little bit further. What if it's something that you don't really agree with, but it's
People's reality
and is, let's say, societally acceptable?
That's the thing. As an artist, I believe that my work, it is to create problem, highlight problem, create solutions, create awareness. So whatever falls under these categories, it's fine by me. So it doesn't mean that I have to like be in agreement with it sometimes too.
Okay.
So is it people's reality? Yes, it is. Does it call for like our attention? Yes,
awareness.
it does. Oh yeah, I've given it to you.
Funnily, I think some of these things a lot of people are afraid to talk about affect even the people that are afraid to talk about it more.
Are you joking?
Than the people that are actually doing them.
Yes, no.
And yeah, that
a lot of people who actually like engage in some things have like shut their conscience. They don't even feel anything about it. But it's now you that you now observe some points that you feel so uncomfortable, and then still in that being uncomfortable you cannot like open your mouth and then talk. I think I heard someone say something before that I've forgotten how it goes exactly, but something like this, that the world won't get spoiled because of like the people doing bad things, but it would get spoiled because the good people refuse to like talk. So something like that. So sometimes it might not be that okay, I have the answer or solution to whatever is going on, but I just talk. So someone who might have the listening could like come in contact with the listener, and then we have a solution to the problem. So in one way or the other, I know that I've contributed to either the problem
or finding the solution,
or just creating awareness, and then I'm fine with that.
I really enjoyed this one because I think personally as an artist also it's giving me insight. And if you're an artist watching this, I'm sure by now you have a lot of insight to technicalities of your craft, not just as an artist but as a person. And I know you highlighted some points where you need to look deeper into yourself, understand your craft for what it is, and make sure you're giving people the best of yourself at every time, and not just your truth, the truth. And this is a very beautiful one. Thank you, Ambali Omotayo, for joining us on this
thank you very
episode.
much.
And at ARteria, our main goal, as we've always highlighted, is spotlighting emerging artists, putting them in the limelight. Although this fine boy right here is a very expert. How would I put it now? He explores a lot. He's outspoken. He puts himself out there, and while this might be adding more forward to that, we hope to do this with more emerging artists, put them in a space where their art is both seen, heard, and understood. Most importantly, understood. You get to connect with the artists, know and understand how their works is supposed to minister to you, the viewer. Thank you for joining us on this episode. See you on the next. Anything you want to add to the whole conversation?
Okay, I just think that would be like a word to like fellow artists or younger artists like myself, is that my first, more like an advice, my first advice would be, just please try to like get yourself a mentor in your industry, and most importantly, make it a mentor that the generational gap is not so much. Someone that you know would have your type, you can always like communicate with them. And then funny how your mentor can just be like, can even be your age mate, but the person is far ahead of you in the industry, and the person is someone you can always talk to at any point in time, like, and they can always advise you on what to do exactly. And with that being said, another thing is, it's a new year. Whatever it is you want to do artistically, don't be like me that I procrastinated for many years. You see, this year, whatever idea, milk it. Whatever opportunity, milk it. The cow is huge. The breast, milk it seriously, and you'll be fine.
Wow, I love that.
Thank you.
I love that. Thank you for joining us. See you next time.
Peace out.